Back here with a look at Turbo. You can see this thing came right up into our box, and where's my pointer at? There we go. Right up into our box, just nicked it. Okay, and looks like it's probably correcting now. All right, this thing came up, I don't know, somewhere up in this range here. What was it? 0.0133983, right around there. All right, if you zoom in a little bit closer. Alright, so it exceeded this here, and it ended up coming up to the 1618. Okay, what we did, let's go on the daily. Alright, this was pretty simple. Alright, you just take a Fibonacci and go from your top to your bottom, stretch it over here. Alright, and there's your 1618. Okay. Came right up there and nicked it. Now let's zoom in here and take a look at some of these RSIs. All right, we're going on a 4 hour. I was just in here trading this a little bit. You know, you would probably expect a corrective structure from here. Looks like, let's get that out of the way. Let's go back out here a little bit so we can count these waves. Boy, it made a hell of a move though. Man, oh man, and I know a lot of people over in Discord made some really nice money off this. There we go. Okay. So we had, right here you can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have one more wave out of this thing coming actually. Alright, inside here. Alright, inside you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and on this bigger move on the outside, right out here you have 1, 2. This all could be a 3 wave right here. Okay, 4th wave pullback and maybe one more push up. So this thing might have one more move in it. Okay, if it's playing out the bigger move here. Now the weekly RSI would probably tell us a lot here. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's still heading up. It's at an 80 and a 64. It's not maxed out at all. Down the bottom it's at a 73. We don't have a monthly. Let's look at the 5-day and the 3-day. The 5-day is still heading up. The 3-day, 3-day is a little bearish here. I'd expect an ABC though. If this is going to be a 4th wave, out of this bigger move, you would expect an ABC correction up in here. So let's go in on a little bit smaller time frame. We're 5 waves down here. It might, let's see, let's go in 1 hour. You can see a lot more the closer you get, time frame wise. Just like this move down here, I was trading this along up to here, and it looks like it might get rejected right here and push down one more push. Alright, now we take a fib. This is on an hourly. Let's go out just a little bit. There we go. That'll work. Take a fib from this low up to the top. You know, we're getting right in that zone here. That's why I was thinking maybe one more push down for this thing. Then you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right inside here. Let me show you this. Now you do have a, let me count this out. All right, you got 1, 2. You know, I would think it's probably maybe this longer. You got 3, 4, and a 5. But I'm pretty sure this is going to push down. If this doesn't push down, if this takes out right up here, 0.01099, if it takes that out, okay, then the correction is over. It hit the 618 and it's done. If this pushes down one more wave, okay, that could be, let's get a measurement. If it stops right there, so far it has. Yeah, it's getting rejected off there a little bit, okay. Now if we take a measurement on that, if it gets rejected here, it's going to bounce down here. Right down in this zone here. Okay, if it hasn't bounced already. All right, one of these two areas, it for sure is going to take off back up again. Okay, now keep an eye on that. Like I said, this 50% retracement at 0.01099910. If that breaks, then the correction's over and it's headed to the upside. Now the RSI's, you have the 1 hour heading up. So let's zoom in a little bit closer here, okay? And take a look at wave counts inside here. All right, yeah, you can see right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so you could get rejected here. Could end up rolling over and coming down to this lower price range here. We'll see what happens here. All right, but you got 5 waves right here. Not expecting that to break that right now. If anything, it's going to ABC and maybe give it another shot where it's going to roll over. All right, the 4 hours reset at the bottom. 8 hour still pushing down. All right, your 12 hour is still bearish. Let's get a look here. Yeah, I'd probably rather go off out here on especially on the 12 there. That's really the start, I guess, of this wave right here. All right, so that 12, the daily is bearish right at the very top. Okay, we showed you the weekly still heading up here. The 12 hour is probably the most reliable. I mean, to keep an eye on here. All right, even a little bit closer, maybe that 4. Now you can see it's making an attempt here to break through there. All right, that 1 hour. That's why I like zooming down to the lower time frames. All right, and it has busted in that area. Okay, so keep an eye on it here, guys. If it pushes up through here, or if this thing retraces on the 1 hour, keep an eye on it like this. Okay, put a Fibonacci on here. And wherever this stops, okay, watch and see if it holds. When it pulls down, normally a 50% retracement is a wave 2 and goes. Or if this thing just, rolls right over, you know what I mean, and heads down. Oops, let's get rid of that. And heads down to our lower price range here. We'll just have to see what happens here. Okay, if it comes back here to the 50% and bounces, it could come to the 618 and take off too. But if it loses, this low down here, then look for that down there. But we'll see what happens. All right, but I think this thing has one more push to the upside, and if it does, that could put it pretty far up there. If it stops right there, you're looking at this as the next target, and that is where we at now, right here. Wow, that's another 40% to the upside. Okay, and alt season is getting close, guys. No question about it. So there's no doubt Turbo could definitely do that. We'll just have to keep an eye on it here and see what happens. I'll be watching this zone here, see if it bounces off the 50%, takes off, or if it rolls over and comes down to this area and then takes off. But either way, I think this correction is about done. Okay, you got 5 waves in here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You could just get this final flush down here, like I said, or it has stopped right there. So looks like maybe some more upside here for Turbo. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Please hit the like and subscribe.